So today we're going to be dealing with how to understand music from a hymn book. In the Seventh-day Adventist hymn book, that's what we're using. There are a number of hymns in there, a number of different types of hymns, and even ballads are in there as well. You've got your traditional and you've got your more contemporary hymns, as it were. But the hymn book is excellent for understanding rudimentary music. All right, it's quite even, it's quite balanced. And so far, what we are doing, we're going through number 15, which is a very simple song. My Maker and My King. It's number 15 in the hymn book. Okay? Now, when you look at number 15 in the hymn book, you'll notice a number of things. Okay? Let's draw what we see. First of all, we notice that the music or the words are bounded by sets of 5 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or shall I say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We read bottom up. Okay, so the bottom one is number 1, and the top one is number 5. Likewise, the words are in between here, my Maker, and we'll just go from there. And then you have underneath the words, actually 4 verses there. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 again. All right, can you see that? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now this is what is presented to you when you open your hymn book. Normally, you'll just read the words, but if you're interested in music, you'll also look to the symbols and so on that's on the 5 lines. Now, the 5 lines are identical in the sense that they're 5 lines. Okay? The difference comes with the symbols that go on them. So on 1, you have something like this, which we call the treble clef, and that shows us that that's for the people with high voices. Okay? The ladies normally. And on the lower one, the one underneath the words, you have this symbol there, which is a bass clef. Let's show you this in a big form. This is the treble clef symbol, and you'll notice it's quite squiggly. Starts there, you go round, up and down. Okay? Now, it really is a glorified G. We've talked about this in the past, but this is what we call the G clef. The reason being is because it spirals round or emphasizes the G line. Okay? So if we go back to the board here, and I'll now take a blue, you'll notice that the spiral starts underneath the G line, goes around it. Now, why am I calling it the G line? I'm calling it a G line because each of these lines, when you put this symbol on there, and you put the treble clef symbol on there, they all adopt names. Okay? We'll deal with that in a second, but just believe me when we say that the second line up from the bottom, number 2, line number 2, is the G line, all right? So this clef emphasizes the G line in that way, all right? Good. So that's the treble clef. We also have this, which is what we call the bass clef, okay? Now that goes down here. You can see it on here. Let me go on this side. You can see that going on here. It actually emphasizes the F line. Now this is an F clef, okay? It emphasizes the F line down here. Now, even though it's a set of 5 lines and it's the same until you put your clef on there, what happens when you put these symbols on there, it transforms these lines into a particular place in pitch, particular height and depth and sound. So let me rub that off for a second, and let's go back. Just going to rub off the corner here. So we're in number 15 in the hymn book. We've noticed there are a number of things there, but let me just highlight to you why they have the clefs like that and what the clefs are doing. Music, or the range of music, the highs and the lows of music are like a ladder. So if we can draw a ladder here with the different rungs, the lower down on the ladder you are, the lower the sound will be. The higher up in the ladder you are, the higher up in pitch you'll be, right? So what music does, or what the hymn book does, is takes a few rungs from the ladder, not all of them, because it would be difficult to register in your mind all the different pitches if you just put them all together. So what it does, it just takes 5 from a certain section, the mid section, and 5 from a lower middle section. There's 1 in between which it deletes, which is the C line, it deletes. It then pushes it apart so that you can read it easily. But what you've got here is a section of the complete ladder. Now, this is the whole ladder, if you want, from the bottom all the way to the top, right? But what they've done, they've just taken a section, all right? So you've got the E, and you've got the F there, and then you've got the G, where are we? Down here. And then you've got your A here. That's what it takes. Yeah? It misses out a line in between and just gives you a section that you can digest. When you're eating, you always take a fork or a spoon, you take a spoonful. You don't take the whole, if you're having a sandwich, you don't take the whole sandwich. If you're having rice, you won't just take the whole thing in, you just take a section. So that's what it does here. It just takes some bite-sized pieces from the whole range of pitch so that you can read it and understand it easier. Because the ladder has rungs and it's difficult to identify one rung from another if you're close up. You wouldn't be able to tell number 1, if it's a new ladder, to number 10 or number 15 or number 20, right? So in order to identify what section of the ladder you are on, what they do is they put this symbol. They put a treble symbol, treble clef symbol, for this section, for a upper mid section, and then they put a bass clef symbol for a lower middle section. There are other clefs. There's an alto clef that goes in between, but we don't deal with that with hymn book music. We normally deal with a treble clef and a bass clef. The treble clef is for the high singers. The bass clef is for the low singers. Right?